What is the reason behind different insights within Islam? And what is the common ground within Islam? The common ground within Islam, in fact, the most fundamental aspect of Islam regarding faith is monotheism, the hereafter, and prophethood. When a person believes in these principles, he is in the circle of Islam. Within this framework, we need to bring truth to the agenda. The flow of life is changing and differentiating. I'm not the Hasan Onat I was 20 years ago. Maybe 10 years later, I will not be Hasan Onat by God's leave. I'm biologically changing. Every day I read something new, I learn something new, and so my understanding of the world is changing and my soul is changing. What is the role of religion in this change? In fact, what we call common ground is the fundamental aspect that will determine the direction of this change. What's that? Surah al-Ahqaf, chapter 46, verse 13 says, qalu rabbuna Allah, thumma isteqaamoo. Those who say, our Lord is God, and then lead a righteous life. In fact, this is the summary of Islam. Here you will find the two core elements, Tawhid, at the point of faith, which is the sine qua non of Islam, and the hereafter and prophethood as two supporting elements. While the point of behavior is to be in a straight direction. This is the essence of righteous deeds. In this context, the source of which we will find other elements related to this common ground is the Qur'an itself. The only determining source of knowledge for Islam is the Qur'an. All information outside the Qur'an, regardless of which book and who said it, is interpretation. It is human knowledge. Hadiths are also in this category. Because the way of understanding the Qur'an, the interpretations made by the Prophet, are human understandings. When you look at the issue within this framework, as long as there is awareness of the common ground, that is, the basic principles of faith, if there is the Qur'an and the Prophet's example, if there are the founding principles of the Qur'an, people can think, talk, and come up with ideas as they wish. But only if they establish these principles at the center of it all, then other things will be meaningful in terms of Islam, and arbitrariness will not occur. When I come up with different ideas on a subject, if something I said is wrong, you can come out and say that these ideas are right, but those are wrong. Then I will be able to correct my ideas and thoughts. That's what's called progress. Here in our Muslim tradition, making the tradition religion and the lack of common ground awareness, seeing each group, community, and sect as religion contained within themselves, they prevented the progress of thought within Muslims, which has also led to division and fragmentation to gain religious characterization. In other words, they have gone beyond being differences of opinion and have started to replace religion. If you think within this framework, the differentiation that is very natural has pushed us to different points because, unfortunately, there is no consciousness about the common ground because tradition is taking the place of religion. At this point, it is necessary to return to the beginning and recall the verse of the Qur'an. kullu khizbin maaledeyhim ferihHoon. The Qur'an says, do not be like those who have divided their religion and became sects. This is the common ground emphasis. The Qur'an says, watasimoo hablillahi jamia. And hold firmly to the rope of God all together, and do not become divided. If not, what happens? You lose your state, you lose your power. This is a very serious warning. The Qur'an says, those who have divided their religion and become sects, every faction rejoicing in what it has. It is possible to interpret this verse in the best way today as You may think differently. You may set up organizations or groups, which is normal, but please do not assimilate to only your group. Your community is all of Islam. You are ultimately a humane group. Religion is not monopolized by anyone. God does not give anyone the right or the authority to represent Islam. After Muhammad, no one has the right to make a claim that God has specifically assigned him. Islam is no one's monopoly. No group can monopolize Islam itself. No group can claim to represent Islam. There will be groupings, if it is conscious, if rational groupings exist. They help to provide convenience for both understanding and experiencing Islam. However, if these groupings try to exist by putting themselves in the place of religion, it is abuse of religion and goes against the spirit of Islam.